9:41. We're having a good time. Sitting with us this morning is a multi-talented star whose career spans across television, film, and theater.
Yeah, that's right. From her iconic roles in Coming to America and Shameless to her incredible stage performances in Pearly Victorious and Dreamgirls, she really has done it all. And now she's having one of them days.
Girl, you know we getting away.
A white person in a jungle? I am right here if you guys ever want to have a girls' night. A little Prosecco and pals.
Child, I saw one with a cat in a stroller.
Mama Ruth.
Please join us in welcoming Vanessa Bell Calloway. Good to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, that looks good.
Looked good. Okay.
I'm ready to laugh.
I want to talk about, but we'll get to that because I also want to talk about how you ended 2024 with a fun holiday movie. It was called Queen of Christmas.
Yes, Queens of Christmas.
Queens of Christmas, okay? So the question is, when do you take the Christmas decorations down? Because right now in my neighborhood, it is the Christmas tree cemetery.
We had Essence X.
Yeah, I have a very, very, very opinionated about this.
What is it?
Okay.
When Christmas is over, New Year's, take them down.
Oh.
Take it down.
The
It's
Rockefeller
over.
tree just was still up.
No, take it down. As a matter of fact, I want to go to some of my neighbors and knock on their door and give them a citation. This is what's the date? This is like mid-January. Take it down. Okay, I'll give you a few days after, like that week after maybe. So that should be around the 5th, 6th of January. Over. Take it down. I don't want to look at Christmas lights coming home at night and it's January 20th.
Do you put them up at your house?
Well, I don't. I have somebody put them up. Now, I'll put them up right after Thanksgiving. That's fine. But then they come down, and I'm this type of person. New Year's Day, my house is clean.
So here's the thing.
See, I like
Everything's gone.
He came and put the lights up for me. He hung them up on my house, right? But he hasn't come back to take them down yet. So my neighbor said to me, when are you going to take your lights down? So
and you got a good neighbor.
Well, so I actually just unplugged it because I was like, you know what, let me just turn them off.
Well, at least turn them off. Yeah. The people still have them
Do you
off.
compete with your
Absolutely not. I don't have time. I'm going to let them have that. But I have this lady on the corner. She goes all out, and she won the little neighborhood thing. She got a sign displayed proudly. She's so proud it's in her yard. I'm like, congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Oh, man. But you know,
I am not a queen of Christmas like the movie.
I mean, maybe the reason why some of those folks aren't taking down their Christmas tree lights is because they've had one of them days.
Yeah. Well, one of them days they need to find a way to get them down.
Tell us about that. Tell us about
Oh my God,
show.
it's such a wonderful, delightful, funny, cute movie. It stars Keke Palmer and SZA, and they're friends. They room together, and they're having one of them days. They have like 24 hours to get this rent together. So we see them go through a barrage of things to try to get this money. The chemistry between these two young women, it's so funny. It's a buddy movie. People are kind of liking it to Friday because it all takes place in one day. And there's so many interesting, colorful characters in this complex. What I like about the movie, it's about a complex in the jungle in L.A. We shot in an apartment complex in the jungle in L.A. And my character is Mama Ruth, and I'm like remember the candy lady that used to be in the building?
Yes.
So Candy, well, I say my apartment is like the 7-Eleven. I have everything in there. I mean, I sell food. So she's kind of like the auntie or the mother of the building, you know.
The matriarch.
The matriarch of the building. And it's just so many fun characters and the chemistry, and it's hysterical. People are going to love it.
Yeah, well, you got Issa Rae, one of the producers, too.
Yes.
She's laugh out loud funny. I mean.
Oh, Issa's wonderful. And I've known Issa for a long time. I met Issa when she was doing Awkward Black Girls when you watched it on the computers.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so that, watching her growth has just been amazing, too.
Yeah.
So what is your role? I mean, I know you're Mama Ruth, but like, what is your significance in there? Do you help them figure out?
Yes, I help them, and at the end, I don't want to give it away. I really help them at the end.
Tell us.
But she's there for everybody, and they come to me. Keke and I have the scenes together, really, and she comes to me. She needs, advice, and just up there to support and uplift these young women and kind of help them along their way.
Do you play that role in real life?
Of course I do. I love young people. I have 2 grown daughters, and I have so many children that I didn't birth. I always say these are the 2 that I gave birth to, and then these are the other 50 that I just kind of mother on the side. But of course I do. You have to. Yes.
Look, it's called one of them days we've all had.
One of them days.
What's the one of them days for you?
But I think that it doesn't always have to be negative. One of those days you could just be very busy. I've had one of them days recently when I just have a lot of things to do nonstop, But it doesn't have to be negative. It's just, to me, one of those days is just when there's a lot in that day that you have to accomplish.
Yeah, I love that you pitched this movie as being like the female version of Fridays, because that's a big time, good one. You've done so much, movies, TV, theater. Do you have a favorite on your go-to? Or
I like them all. It just depends on the character, the story. I like them all. They're different, you know, disciplines. But I love film, I love television, I love theater, and I've been in theater since I was a kid, so it's something that I can't give up.
Yeah, and you were in the Tony-nominated play, Pearly Victorious,
Yes,
by the way,
I
which
was.
like was
Huge.
amazingly shot and then aired as it should have been for a wider audience
In
on PBS,
PBS,
right? Because it's just so
know.
important for so many to see. So how did you feel? I guess when you were doing the show, did you have any idea that it would then be put out to a wider
You
audience?
have no idea.
Yeah.
When Kenny Leon called me a year ago this past August and asked me to be a part of the cast, and I literally moved from L.A.
Yeah.
I was here for 6 months from August till this time last year. We were still on Broadway,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So when he called me, you have no idea. Your rehearsals, of course, you hope that everything is going to go great, but you really don't know. So when we started performing and we saw the response, and this is Ossie Davis wrote this over 60-something years ago, but it was still, unfortunately, very relevant in today's time. So when we got invited to do, you know, PBS, and then we did the radio reading of it, and we were in the Lincoln Center's library, you know, archives. It's just, you go like this, oh my God. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
You do a project because you love it, you love the people, you want to be a part of something, and you just pray that it works out and you try your best. And when it all comes out great, that's the icing on the cake.
That's
You know what's really interesting, though? A lot of times people start in the theater and then they go to film. But now we're seeing a lot of people in film that are going to theater.
Because it's a discipline that you just can't, it hands down. And everybody that does theater can't do film and TV.
Yep.
And everybody that does film and TV can't do theater.
That's right.
Man, I'm blessed. I can do all three. And if you can do all three, it's really just a discipline. And it's so rewarding because the moment you step out on that stage, that's it.
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to wait for the ratings or to see how the box office
yeah, and
turns
there's
out.
no thing called cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in it.
You're in it.
You are in it, but I guess it's also you're talking about the discipline of it too.
Yes.
Right, because it's like there's no other schedule like a theater.
No, it's very disciplined. I just I went to see Gypsy last night. Amazing. Audra McDonald's amazing.
Oh,
I mean,
she is.
every time I see her, I just start
That's right, you just bow
genuflecting.
down, yeah.
But I went and, said hello to her after the show, but it reminds me of the discipline.
Yeah.
And when you have that kind of discipline as an artist, you can do a lot of things because that is one of the most disciplined, arts that we have is theater, live theater.
Well, real quick, are you going to be returning?
I would love to. Anybody out there with a great part for me, I would love to come back to Broadway.
Come on back. We
Oh, we
need
would
you.
love that.
I'll come back.
Good stuff. Great to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.